Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. Now, before we fully jump on into this video, if you guys do want to leave a like and subscribe to this channel by the end of this video, that does help the channel grow immensely. Of course, this is only if you guys learned something, if something was interesting to you, and so forth. Now, with this in mind, first and foremost, I do want to quickly address this tweet because I know that I'm going to get a ton of comments on this video already saying, no, XRP's not going to move at all, XRP's finished, XRP's this, XRP's that, whatever. So let's check this out. So shout out to XRP Shark here, but we do see here, so people think it's all over now because the lawsuit might go into 2023 and price will stay flat until then. Do people think that the market makers will make it so easy for people to be right? Everyone and their cat thinks the price doesn't move until the case is over, but as we know, the majority is always wrong. What do people do, that think the price will not move until the case is done? They sell now to get back in, for 2023 or diversify into other coins. Will they be right? I doubt it personally. And also, I just really want to quickly, note that I actually just tweeted out this at 24 minutes ago, and I was saying, 4 years without an all-time high for XRP, I wonder how long that will last. Now, we did see, forever and ever, never going to happen again, ever, another 5. Everyone's, confidence in XRP has dropped drastically from the news yesterday. Now, I actually think that this is pretty good, and the reason why is because even during 2017 and 2018, for those individuals that were here, you were all, probably aware that, XRP was one of the assets everybody was jumping ship before, of course, we went to the moon. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things that is still kind of, I would say, waging on if we are actually going to go to the moon or not in terms of altcoins, and we are actually going to, address those things, but ultimately speaking, I mean, this chart over here from April to now looks eerily similar to the time frame of May to December in 2017 and 2018. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to really kind of see this. I mean, look at this small spike here back in November compared to the small spike back in around, it was like April, May, or March, sorry, before we had this spike in May. And you guys do see that on the chart being printed there. It's a very similar chart to what we are seeing now. The only difference is that currently we are in this time frame of a long sort of sideways momentum compared to what was back here. I mean, this was roughly from the beginning spike to the all-time high. It was roughly, give or take 8 months. From our small little spike, or even from the spike back in April, it's been already a year. So think about that, right? Think about how long it's been before we've had this nice spike in price compared to 2017 and 2018, which tells me that the longer that we range here, the more we actually pump. And this is actually pretty significant because of my price targets for XRP, and we are going to be talking about that. So first off, let's talk about the altcoin market, right? Because I'm sure that there's going to also be comments on this video saying, Nick, we're not in an alt season. It's done. It's a bear market. Things are rough. Everything's crashing. Listen. I'm currently aware of the economic structures of not only crypto, but also in terms of stocks, inflation rates, things happening with the U.S. economy. I've actually just made a video on the recession that is nearing just this morning talking about it. And of course, when we talk about a recession, everybody thinks, panic, that's it, I got to go, and sell everything. I got to stack up my, money. I got to go buy a whole bunch of food and prepare for the recession. No. When we talk about a recession, it just means, hey, maybe, don't go buy that new car that you've been wanting to buy. Maybe kind of, stack some bread and, maybe check out some other things that you can invest your money into that is going to be a little bit of a safer bet. Just kind of, prepare for, a recession. Don't go full panic mode. But when we talk about economically, things do look pretty rough. But this is the thing. When we take a look at crypto and we look at the past structures, now, shout out to TechDev here. Obviously, he even is making sure that, everyone's aware that, sure, there are plenty of differences between the two sets of macroeconomic conditions, but there's plenty of cyclical confluence as well to suggest another market leg up. that is where my probability-oriented bets remain placed. And of course, we do see here 2016 Alton 300-day running flat above previous all-time high, while the dollar went parabolic up 11% into low 100s, and 10-year went 2 to 1.35 to 2.6 with RSI peak at 76. 2022 alt in 340-day running flat above previous all-time high, while the dollar went parabolic up 12% into the low 100s, and of course the 10-year went from 1.65 to 1.2 to 2.9 with RSI at 78. And of course we have these side by side here, and honestly when we talk about this, let me kind of open this in a new tab and zoom in. So I'm actually not going to zoom in too much. Let me kind of zoom in here. So here we have it. So this is the 1 week altcoin market cap next to each other from, of course, those time frames. As you guys do see currently, looks very similar to what we could be seeing happening next. And also we kind of see, where we are now, this, sort of C leg, followed by this nice little breakout event starting. Nice little pullback that we are seeing currently. It's a little bit different, of course. Like he said, it is going to be a little bit different. And then we have that nice spike up. Now, of course, is this guaranteed? Not exactly, but I'd say I'd put my bets on this being something to really kind of see, because right now we really haven't seen that euphoric stage being put in place for altcoins. We also see the US dollar, also very similar structure here, followed by, of course, the 10-year bond. Now, the 10-year is, showing us a lot of buyer demand behind crypto. The funny thing is, right, is that we just recently seen stocks pull back greatly, while crypto has remained slightly stable. I would say that I'm surprised with how strong Bitcoin has been compared to, of course, stocks. And then when we look at things, right, we kind of look at things like this, right? There are friends asking if we're still in the bull market. I can express this clearly. As long as we don't close below the mid-band 36.5K monthly, I will continue to be bullish. And also, I will say this, I am right there with that same exact target. 36.5K is a pretty significant area to really kind of watch for. That is, of course, this blue line, as you guys do see here. Now, when we look at this and we really kind of look at the overall chart here, okay, take a look at where we are currently on this blue line and take a look at everything going back in time. Even going back as far as 2013, here we have that retest followed by that parabolic ascension. Then, of course, we have 2017, 2018, same exact thing, middle band breakout, retest, parabolic ascension as well. And it looks like we are basically going to be seeing that yet again, followed by a new all-time high for Bitcoin, which I know everyone is continuously saying Bitcoin's all-time high is in, which tells me, guess what? The opposite's going to happen, because in this market, usually the opposite does happen. So I'm really kind of watching this chart closely. Shout out to Ether Nacional for this. And actually talking about him, we actually see a second chart from him, and he's saying, U.S. inflation, which has been rising parabolically since 1950, is given in the graph. You cannot suppress inflation with interest rate hikes. As long as you stay in paper money, your money will continue to melt. This is also why I do believe that crypto is a perfect investment class for us, so you guys are probably all aware. And then now let's talk about things, right? So as inflation is continuing to rise, I do believe that buyer demand behind risk on assets is going to continue to increase drastically, and I do believe that we will see a major increase in price in crypto. Now, everyone's probably wondering, well, what is going to drive the prices of crypto to new all-time highs? Well, honestly, guys, when we look at ETFs for Bitcoin and things, yes, I know this is an XRP video. We're going to get there. Calm down, please. We do see here, in just over 10 months, the Bitcoin spot ETF has doubled in size. On average, the ETF has added over 59 Bitcoin per day. It now holds 36,322 Bitcoin. Just imagine what the demand would be like for a US spot ETF. And as we kind of look at this, right, we do see an update from earlier today. Just in, Grayscale has bolstered its spot Bitcoin ETF application in an attempt to win approval with the SEC, Financial Times. If you guys don't know, this is basically going to be pushed with a possible date in, again, July, around July's time frame. We do see here the regulator has said it will make a decision regarding Grayscale's application in early July at the latest. Now, I do believe that this is going to happen sooner than expected, and when we talk about, ETFs, we actually see here only 3 other similar crypto ETFs are in queue for approval. And we are seeing a pushback on this, but I do believe that this is actually going to be pushed ahead, and I do think that this is going to get green lighted. When that does happen, I do think that there's going to be a massive demand around this, which is going to turn heads, and it's really going to spark the massive flame for this market. Now, while we talk about this, right, like I said in the beginning of this video, all right, we talk about big XRP not having that all-time high for a while, and then we go back here, and if everyone is still kind of saying XRP is not going to go up in value, let's take a look at things, right? So this is where we kind of want to see the market sentiment around XRP be, right? We want everyone to believe XRP is done. XRP is going nowhere. XRP is dead. It's done. It's finished. You might as well jump out, go invest into other things, and come back in 2023, 2024, whatever the case may be. That's great, all right, because we've seen this before. This has happened before. Everyone loses their faith. Everyone, gets out. They're saying it's dead, it's done. That's the best time to start paying attention. We go back in time, and I actually have a few fib outreaches here on the chart, and we're actually going to be adjusting them. So first off, 2013, 2014. Going off of the little bit of a spike in price, going off of the major lows, we outreached above the 4618. We slightly went above this. It was almost a little bit in between the 4618 and the 8, aka the last fib outreach. Followed by, again, our macro view of 2014 all the way to roughly, all right, this is 2014 all the way to roughly the lows of, again, 2014, by the way, as well. Now, this is pretty significant because we kind of look here at the spike in price in 2017, and we, again, see a nice pattern being printed here. We kind of went a little bit higher to almost touch the last fib outreach, but it was in between the 4618 and the last fib outreach. Now, again, going off of that small spike in, again, 2017, followed by that low in 2017, we look at this chart and look at where our all-time high from 2017 outreached. It was actually higher than the last fib outreach. Did you notice a pattern there? Take a look at 2013, 2014. In between, roughly the 4618 and again the last fib outreach. The next one was actually closer to the last one, followed by a clear break above the last fib outreach. Our major candles were actually closer to, the last fib outreach. So it's not like a total guaranteed that we're going to just smash through it. But I will say this. If we repeat that same, pattern and we actually see, a boiling point to, again, that nice last fib outreach, look at where that takes us, to $27. Okay? Now, again, I'm not dead set on $27, guys, before anyone gets, goes crazy in the comments. I'm just saying this would be a 3,594% of an increase in price. Now, I have always said 10 to 15. 10 to 15 is a safe bet. Even if we do go slightly higher than this fib outreach, maybe we go to $30, right? This is also why I say don't try to sell the exact top. If it's going to go higher, it's going to go higher. We look at this, and a 90% correction would still be around $2.95, aka $3. Even if we pull back slightly to like maybe 80%, we'd still see about $5.89. Wow, $5.89. Now, when we look at this, right, from our selling point, say for so we start taking profits at $10, maybe even a little bit slightly before it, maybe at the 2618 at about $9.17. We're still shorting XRP for about roughly 5%. I know it's not the best to, kind of short it compared to like 80%, but hey, it's still 36%. Followed by, again, possibly $10, 40% roughly. If we sell at $15, we're up here in, about 61% of a short. So, this is still the idea on, hey, profit is profit. If you want to, wait until the topping point exact, go ahead. But I'm more so dead set on $10 to $15 being, the topping point for XRP. If we do see a settlement happening, then yeah, we could probably go much higher. But my exit points have always been around the $10 to $15. Now, for everyone, because I've also seen this comment being posted in the comments below all the time, hey, if you believe in XRP so much, why would you be selling? Why would you be getting out? Well, it's very simple. Okay? Think about it like this. Okay, we are in crypto where we do know that we run in usual 4 year cycles. Everyone's continuously saying that the 4 year cycle is finished. We're not going to go into a bear market or bull market anymore. It's going to continue up and up and up. But that is not the case. I would say when we talk about crypto right now, I would say that we are nearing the topping point for altcoins and crypto. I think that we have a little bit of ways to go. But when we talk about this, I do see us having a bear market. Now, when we talk about that, we really kind of address the topping points for XRP and we kind of sell at those points because if we reinvest it, we could swing trade it and get a lot more XRP for our dollar, aka that means that on the next major bull run, we can capitalize on a massive increase in profit. Everyone in the XRP community has this weird idea on, hey, XRP is going to go off overnight. It's going to go to $100, $1,000, $10,000. Hey, that's totally fine. You guys don't need to listen to me. I'm just saying $10 to $15 has always been my target points, and that's going to be my targets. And the reason why is because I'm going to be a little bit more conservative compared to the past patterns, but I'm saying $27 could be a possibility if we do continuously outreach to, again, that fib level. Now, we've broken up above it before. I wouldn't be surprised if we've broken up above it again, but that is if we do go to like $30 plus, which, hey, then we really want to turn our eyes and start paying attention, and that is most likely going to happen with a settlement. So, with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.